Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. Lisa, Dillon, Scott, Lydia, can we blame her for us starting a little bit late?
Yeah, we were talking about big debut of a show tonight.
Big show tonight on ABC.
The Bachelor.
So you may have heard about.
We're getting the lowdown about The Bachelor. Lydia,
come here.
Come on. Yes.
Okay, well, the problem is that none of these people watch The Bachelor.
We will start. We've promised that we will start.
I might watch an episode.
I didn't promise that.
Maybe
Oh, you
hold me
did
to
promise.
that.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
So that's my problem. If you've been here for a long time, Sarah Rudlang and I used to just about The Bachelor during commercial breaks non-stop. So now I don't have anybody to blab with. I'm looking for a new blabbing partner for Bachelor.
If you, I bet they're out
You
there.
are someone
If
you
are
know.
someone.
Who wants to blab about The Bachelor?
I am very excited to open a glass of red wine and watch The Bachelor tonight, and none of them share the excitement. So that's where we're sitting now.
I feel like I don't need to watch it because you can come in and then just give
I'll
me the
fill you in,
lowdown,
yes.
and I'll know everything that happened.
I won't
fill you
spoil
in.
that. There's
So
no
wait,
football.
we should use this to get an update
Yes,
and
on The
include
Bachelor.
people. Yes.
Every Tuesday,
This could
it
be a
is
real
my
segment.
responsibility to bring you the update of The Bachelor.
I like it. This could be a thing.
Also, everyone wish Dylan a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
No, don't sing. Don't
Okay.
sing.
Okay. Well,
it's not.
happy
It's my
birthday
birthday,
to Dylan. So he's accepting all deliveries of donuts, cupcakes.
I am? I guess I am. I don't know. Send it to her house. And you bring it to me in the morning.
Okay, just teasing. But happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday,
Okay, so
Dylan.
let's get the birthday forecast.
Birthday forecast.
Birthday forecast, warm. This morning when we started my birthday, it was like really cold. It was like single digits. But now, I guess for a birthday present, it's like almost 30 degrees outside
Wow.
with a northwest wind, which doesn't make sense
Why not?
because it's northwest wind. We
Should
usually
be
talk about
colder.
northwest wind, it gets colder, but it's actually
Okay.
getting warmer. So the atmosphere is a little funky today, but it will continue to warm up a little bit, and then we'll start to fall. So this afternoon will be, this evening will be colder than we are right now, for sure. By 6 o'clock, it'll probably be much colder than the 30s and 20s, what we're sitting at right now. A couple of flurries, a little dusting of snow outside, so nothing too crazy. More of those annoying flurries all week. So really not tracking a big snow until maybe Thursday night going into Friday. A bigger snow, not like huge, but
Yeah.
probably the best chance for some good accumulation. And then we get cold. And nobody wants to know that. Cold.
By this next weekend, right?
Yeah, below zero for highs. Nobody wants to hear that, but
No.
Yeah.
we've been really warm for January,
Yeah, been
so
very
it's been
mild.
nice. So unfortunately, nice cannot last around forever.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
It was a good run, nice.
It was a good run. It was a good run.
So happy birthday, Dylan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
I will.
Before we get into your news headlines, we just want to remind you, of course, you can watch this on your news feed anytime. We start at sometime between 8 and 8:30 every morning, depending on how much we talk about The Bachelor before we start. You can always find this on your favorite podcast platform. Just go to inforum.com/podcast to find it there, and it's also on our InForum YouTube channel as well, so we're everywhere.
That's right. All right, let's get to those local headlines this morning for you. We have an update to that scary crash that happened over the weekend where a car smashed through the front, pretty much glass of a Fargo business. We did reach out to police about the accident. They tell us that the driver had a medical episode. We've also learned that the driver only suffered minor injuries in the accident. We haven't heard of any other injuries either, so I guess that's a good thing. But a viewer sent us in photos of that accident last night. Half of the sedan was sticking out of the glass window in the front of a Hallmark building on 25th Street South. This all transpired last night. The driver of that car also hit a second car, which hit a support pillar of the building. There was also lots of broken glass, bricks, and products lying around the sidewalk in that area, and then, of course, throughout the building where the car went in through the glass. The store owners have not yet commented on the crash, but if we get any updates there on what's going on exactly, we'll be sure to pass those on.
Can you imagine how loud that must have been as well?
Wow.
Yeah, I think they're going to be posting some pictures on inforum.com. Of course, we had it on First News this morning, but it was a huge mess.
Yeah.
Scary, but yeah, half the car was just halfway inside the business, so
Yeah.
scary stuff. Another story we're tracking for you this morning. We're working to learn the names of 2 people who died after a head-on crash in McHenry County. State troopers are telling WDAY why it happened along Highway 52 about a mile north of Velva, North Dakota. They're telling us that a 32-year-old driver from Minot crossed the center line, hit another car with a 41-year-old man from Velva inside. They were not wearing their seatbelts. Both of them were taken to a local hospital where they each died.
All right, a 2-car crash in Perham has left 3 people hurt. It happened on Highway 10 between Frazee and Perham over the weekend when an eastbound pickup truck collided with a westbound SUV at an intersection. 34-year-old William Baumgart was driving that pickup. Police say he was under the influence of alcohol and was not wearing a seatbelt. The driver of the pickup, which was Baumgart, and then the driver of the SUV were injured, as well as one of the passengers in the SUV. There were also 2 young children in that SUV. Thankfully, they were not hurt in the accident.
Well, today the North Dakota legislature will reconvene. Some big topics on the docket today. One, a committee hearing on a drag show ban bill, which we've covered quite a bit here on WDAY. Also, there's going to be discussion about funding for a program that gives abortion alternatives. That first hearing takes place at 9 this morning. It would prohibit drag shows from happening in front of minors in the public. The second hearing will take place at 11, a little bit later this morning. This one is for publicly funded abortion alternative programs. It would also talk a little bit about how it would be funded. The North Dakota Health Department as well is going to be carrying out that program. So be sure to stay with us. I know we'll have updates for you a little bit later here today on WDAY.
Mm-hmm. All right now the Becker County Sheriff's Department is investigating after a $7,000 discrepancy was discovered in the Audubon city budget. The current treasurer is accusing the previous treasurer, Stephanie Pogel, of writing herself a check. The city attorney believes that there may have been a payroll discrepancy that led up to the missing money. So, we're following this investigation to find out exactly what happened. It's all still under investigation, but what we know right now is that both the current and former treasurers have declined to comment on things.
And this is an update to a story we have been following for you. The North Dakota Museum of Art in Grand Forks is now looking to raise money to simply replace a sculpture that was stolen. Of course, it was a big story when it was taken. They were hoping to find it. We're talking about the Garden Wheel. It was an outdoor sculpture acquired by the museum back in 1998. It was stolen over Halloween weekend last year, so it's been several months. They were hoping to find it, have not found it. The Grand Forks County Sheriff's Department scanned the English coulee on UND's campus, found nothing. The museum is still hoping to recover it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's in someone's garage or someone's hiding it or they have it, but they just don't want to wait anymore. They're going to move forward, look to the future, and in fact, they're actually hoping they can even commission the original artist who made the first sculpture to make a replacement statue for them. But of course, they need some help financially to make that happen.
Yep. All right, let's transition to some national headlines this morning. More classified documents have turned up at President Joe Biden's home in Delaware. FBI agents discovered 6 more documents with classified markings at the president's home. Some of those items date back to when he served in the Senate, and there was also some handwritten notes from when he was vice president. President Biden has directed his lawyers to cooperate with the Justice Department as it continues that investigation. And then we also learned that agents spent more than 12 hours examining those most recent files and documents.
Well, here's an update on that big, huge debacle with airfare and flights around the holiday season. Southwest Airlines has now agreed to pay its pilots an estimated $45 million in bonus money. They're calling it gratitude pay. It's for working through the meltdown, as they're calling it, during the holiday travel period. Other employee groups as well who worked at that period are going to be receiving compensation, but we have not been told how much yet. The Southwest Airlines Pilots Association says the pay, however, for the pilots will be equal to 50% of pilots' regular pay.
All right, Lisa, it is officially tax season. It is here, and the IRS is preparing to dish out all those tax refunds. Many financial experts, though, say if you are expecting a refund this year, it actually might be smaller, and there are a few reasons for that. One being that there was no new stimulus checks over the last year, and then that enhanced child credit that went away is also being blamed for those potentially smaller checks, along with the end of pandemic era tax breaks for charitable deductions. So some different things to keep in mind when you're filing this year. The IRS says if you do file online, you could get your return in about 21 days through their direct deposit. And the deadline to file this year is April 18th.
Okay. Of course, big football day yesterday. I'm going to have you break it down, even though I think you're tired because you watched a lot of football yesterday.
I'm a little behind today because I stayed up to watch the end of the Cowboys and 49ers game last night. It got done around 8:45 or so, which isn't super late, but when you wake up in the middle of the night to come to work.
Yes, we do. We do.
It's a little late.
Who won that game? Because I will admit I didn't watch any football yesterday.
Yeah, so the Cowboys lost to the 49ers, and the talk this morning is probably going to be about the last play of the game because they lined up in this really weird formation where the running back, Ezekiel Elliott, snapped it to Dak Prescott and got absolutely bulldozed by a defensive player, and the last five didn't look good at all. So, the Cowboys are already talked about a lot on national sports media talk shows. So today they're going to be the top topic. I can guarantee that. Other news, the Bengals beat the Bills, which was kind of a surprise. I mean, they were the underdog, but I think people knew the Bengals had a chance, but I think they thought it would be a closer game. And then the day before, Eagles beat the Giants, and who else won? I can't remember, but it's going to be interesting.
Lots to talk about today, sports-wise.
The Chiefs beat the Jaguars. And Patrick Mahomes got an ankle injury, so that's going to factor into the AFC Championship game. And so there's going to be a lot.
And the Chiefs will be playing the Bengals, right? Next?
Yeah. The winner of that game will go to the Super Bowl. So
I'm excited. Well, and of course, I mean, there's lots of pro Bison, but I'm not going to go on and on forever. But Cordell Volson, of course, former Bison, now with the Bengals. So I think a lot of people are cheering for the Bengals for that reason.
Which makes sense. And he started every game, I think, at left guard for the Bengals this season. So he's a big.
Quite the rookie year.
Yeah, really an intricate part of the team. So cheer him on.
Okay, so we really broke down everything, but we might have left a little something for Dom Izzo. That was the whole thing.
He'll dive deeper into it.
Hot Mic with Dom Izzo from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also on InForum.com. And he always has great guests every single day as well. So fun to talk about. I always like to pick your brain because I know you actually watch all of the games.
I'm heavily invested.
InForum.com. Remember, it's a great time to get your subscription right now. Great deal. The first 3 months, just 99 cents a month. So go to inform.com/subscribe to get that deal. You'll get all of the details. They're going to be covering Volson a ton with the Bison Zone there. I was at the Bison game this weekend. Bison basketball game too, but they lost just by
bummer.
A couple points. But anyway, so lots to talk about on this Monday morning sports-wise.
All right, and then throughout the day, we're going to keep you up to date on all the local headlines, your weather, sports coverage as well. The next newscast we have starts at 11. We have 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 as well. And then tomorrow morning, we'll be back for first news from 5 to 7 a.m.
Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.